Hey gang, want to talk with you about a few cases that are actually pretty cool coming down the pipe. We have 3 cases here in the People's Republic of California that are challenging some of the heinous laws, and we're pretty excited about it. The first one is Hoffman versus Bonta, which challenges the borders of where you can and cannot carry. So, as we know, the California CCW allows you to carry in California and then about 28 other states. But if you're outside coming in, you can't carry squat because California's like, we don't honor anybody's but our own.
Right.
And it's interesting because in this Hoffman case, they're challenging that. And they're actually using the terminology, the principles of Bruin, the recent case with Bruin,
right,
and saying that that is unconstitutional.
Right. Being able to carry a firearm is a fundamental constitutional right.
Right.
The same as freedom of speech.
Right.
And liberty. Right.
Right. So my freedom of speech is not valid just here and then not in California. So
right,
as my Second Amendment should be valid here and in California.
In their lawsuit, they're reminding the state. Right, that there has to be a mechanism for out-of-state residents to carry in the state of California.
Right.
Right now, there's a residency requirement to get a CCW.
Exactly.
So that's what they're doing right now, right? Obviously, with this lawsuit, it's not a blanket, carte blanche, just come to the state, carry. But what they're doing is they're allowing out-of-state residents to apply for a CCW here in the state of California,
basically
which is
the
massive.
non-resident permit.
Yeah.
Right. As many other states do actually issue non-resident permits. This is likely, or hopefully, will force California's hand to issue non-resident permits, thereby allowing a pathway for, say, people coming into California for vacation or travel, whatever, right, to continue to carry about their business.
Yeah, and most people, like the government doesn't know this, but for most people, business owners like you or other businesses out there, this actually stimulates the economy, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of these reciprocities were originally founded, right? Because, hey, I want my people to come to your state.
Right.
They better be able to carry, so they have reciprocity and they'll be able to carry. Right now, I know in my family alone of a lot of people that don't go to California to visit me or hang out because they can't carry a gun. Right.
Or they just, there's other things, but taxes and things like that.
Too, yeah, but one at a time, Anyway, so that, believe it or not, this will probably more than likely allow more people to come to the state, right? More companies. Motivate them to come to the state and carry legally.
Yes.
You hear that? Carry legally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another case that is coming down the pipe is Win versus Bonta. I kind of like the name, not because it's the last name is Win, because Win versus Bonta, you win against Bonta. I like that. Okay, I like that.
Okay. All right, got it.
But Win versus Bonta, which challenges the 1 in 30 rule.
Yeah.
Okay. So the challenge is the fact that you have to wait 30 days to buy a gun. Now, actually, because
buy one gun to the next gun.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and at the time of that we're recording this video, because of that case has been brought to the floor, so to speak, there's been an injunction, if you will, on that law. So right now, if you want to, you can go buy 2, 3, 4, 5 guns at your local gun store,
or 60 or 90,
or 60 or 90 or whatever. Okay, at your local gun store. Granted, you're still doing the 10-day wait. You're just doing the 10-day wait on all of them at once.
Which is great.
Totally fine.
Yep.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me retract that. Not totally fine, okay? Because the 10-day wait is not totally fine. Okay.
Better than what currently was before. Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
But you can go ahead and droze as many guns as you want at one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make those gun store employees work, man.
Yeah, make them work.
Yeah.
But and the thing is that restricting one's right to purchase an object, in this case a gun, to every 30 days is unconstitutional. Simply on the fact that, like, if I go to the store and buy a kitchen knife, which, by the way, is statistically going to kill more people in a given year, not mine, but in general, going to kill more people in a given year than a handgun is. All right.
Watch out now. The UK commissioner might send.
I know.
Might send his people to arrest you.
I know.
Right.
They say aluminium as opposed to aluminum.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
tomatoes.
Tomato. But there is nothing to stop me from buying 2, 3, 4, 10 kitchen knives at one time. So why should there be a law or a rule that says I cannot buy more than one firearm at one time?
Right, absolutely.
That's absolutely heinous.
You only get one free speech.
That's right. You can only say one word freely. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
okay?
Absolutely. So yeah, there's good. That's actually exciting news because I know a lot of people do it. But now, typically outside of the state, most people just buy one gun at a time, right?
I mean, because
it's not a thing, right?
Yeah.
But they could if they wanted to. But now in the state, people are just purposely just going to the store buying 2 guns just because.
It's just a mad flex.
Yeah.
It's just a muscle flex is what it is, which I like.
Right.
A lot.
I like you a lot.
There's another case coming down the pipe, actually CRPA led. It's a CRPA led case against LASD. The names behind that are Weimer and Messel, and it's against particularly LASD because of the long wait times, longer than 18 months in this particular case, for the issuance of CCWs. Now, we know historically in the last few years, LASD, they've been backlogged. It's just looking at it from that perspective, the lack of manpower, so they don't have enough manpower to process the ridiculous amount, ridiculous amount of applications coming in. So of course they're backed up and they're only able to process X amount at one time and so on and so forth. However, this backlog has carried over for quite some time. Right? And the robustness of the CCW unit LASD has come up. So the CRPA is challenging LASD in this particular case against the 18-month and greater wait times in regards to CCW.
Right, and at this point too, it forces LASD, right? But mind you, LASD is funded by by their council, whatever.
Right. So the way things work is that the sheriff's department gets part of their money or appropriations from the city council. So go ahead.
Right, or county. At that point, obviously, it's not a gun-friendly area in there, so there's a certain limited budget that they put officers, right, or support staff in that CCW unit. So obviously, they're getting bombarded, as we know. Actually, we know intimately that they're bombarded.
Oh yeah.
Right, and they're not getting the funding. So now, at this point in time, if this lawsuit goes through, right, then they're going to be forced to put more people in there, relieve the already overworked people in there to get those processing times faster, right?
Right.
Because I mean, even if you have 20 people right there right now, the amount of people with LASD, no way.
There's not enough.
Dude, there's no way.
There's not enough.
Right? It's not enough.
And it's kind of an interesting juxtaposition for LASD is because the case is particularly against them, but at the same time, it's not necessarily that LASD doesn't want to or they're sandbagging it or anything like that. Nope. They're not. It's just that they don't have the funding or for the manpower.
Yep.
So de facto, this is a roundabout case against the council that funds the appropriations and things like that. So it's a weird case, but something brewing because this case can set the precedence for the standard, and as outlined in SB2, for the issuance of CCWs and wait times. Yeah. So it's a really interesting case coming out. We have 3 cases that we just highlighted here that are really, really pro 2A, and it's good things are happening. So check it out. We have these 3 cases. Good for business.
Right. Don't forget to donate.
Oh, yes.
Donate and support the Firearms Policy Coalition and
CRPA
and California Rifle Pistol Association.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, and these organizations are behind the scenes. They're the ones in the courtrooms. They're dedicating attorneys and things like that. Right. So just even $1 goes a long way, and they don't pay us to say this, but even $1 goes a long way because all this stuff costs money.
And even if you're not in California, I say donate still because technically right now, California is the front line when it comes to gun laws.
Yes.
Because believe it or not, if it passes here, it will come to your state.
It actually generally passes everything. So take a look at things like, for instance, things that have been implemented in California has made their way to the state of Oregon, Washington, Maryland, Illinois, and things like that.
Fixed mag rifles.
There you go.
Mags,
So, all right, that's it, folks. Some laws for you. Go to the range. If you think all gun laws are an infringement and you live behind the enemy lines in the People's Republic of California, then check out our Unconvicted Felons t-shirt. We came out with this t-shirt design for you where most of us are fed up with the situation here in California. So check it out. Check out our website, awesome t-shirt coming at you, and our new line of 2 arms, where it stands for 2A Rights Matter. So check out our new t-shirt and help us feed our dog.